Today we're going to go back to lesson 5.3. This time we'll call it 5.3b, Angles of Triangles Exterior. So you should have the note packet from yesterday with you, and we'll go ahead and complete that packet together. So our key concept today is exterior angles of a triangle. Yesterday we talked about the interior angles, and today we're going to talk about the exterior angles. So with exterior angles, the measure of an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measure of its two remote interior angles. Now, that sounds a lot more difficult than it actually is. Let's draw a picture and take a look at it for just a minute. So we have a triangle, but this time it has an exterior angle. So what's happened is one of the line segments of the triangle has extended out, causing us to have an exterior angle. We'll name that angle 1. And then we have the angles inside, A, B, and C. So in triangle ABC, if we want to know what the measure of this exterior angle is, we have to look at the two remote interior angles. Now we know that interior means inside. Remote means far away or not adjacent, not touching. So what we're going to do is look for the angles that are far away from angle 1 and don't touch angle 1. Well, angle C is adjacent to angle 1. It touches angle 1, so it can't be remote. But angle A and angle B are far away and they don't touch angle 1, so A and B are the two remote interior angles. So the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B equals the measure of angle 1. Sounds a lot worse than it is when you get used to it and you learn what remote interior angles are. It will definitely help. So let's just go out here again. Remember that interior means inside and remote means non-adjacent. Non-adjacent means far away or not touching. Adjacent means that they are touching, that they are next to each other. Non-adjacent means they are not touching or far away from each other, not close to each other. All right, so in addition to the three interior angles, a triangle can also have an exterior angle formed by one side of the triangle and the extension of the adjacent side. Each exterior angle of the triangle has two remote interior angles that are not adjacent to the exterior angle. So remember, exterior means outside the triangle, like angle 1 up here, exterior. And each exterior angle has two remote interior angles, and we've already talked about what that means. Interior means inside, remote means they are non-adjacent, not touching, not close to that exterior angle. Let's take a look at some examples. Here's a picture. Again, this one looks a little bit more complicated, but remember that exterior means outside of the triangle or figure, and interior means inside. So we have 1, 2, 3 exterior angles. We have angle 4, angle 5, and angle 6. Angle 4, angle 5, angle 6 are exterior. And we have angle 1, angle 2, and angle 3 are interior, or inside the triangle. So what we want to do is look at what it says. It says angle 4 is an exterior angle. So let's just circle angle 4. Its two remote interior angles are angles 2 and 3. Now remember we said it can't be 1 because they are adjacent, they touch. So 2 and 3 are the remote interior angles, and if I add the measure of angle 2 and the measure of angle 3, I get the measure of angle 4. So let's look at this example. It says if the measure of angle 4 equals 135 degrees, find the measure of angle 2. Okay. So we know that the measure of angle 4 is exterior. We know that angle 4 is exterior. In order for us to figure this out, we have to know the two remote angle 4. So angle 4 is exterior. Its two remote angles are, well, it can't be angle 1 because angle 1 is touching, it's adjacent. It can't be angle 5 because angle 5 is exterior. We need interior angles. So angle 2 is going to be one of the remote interior angles. And then angle K, or we could say LKM. Remember that angles can be named in many different ways. So let's just call it angle LKM. So when we out that those two are the remote interior angles to angle 4, we know that when we add them together, they're going to equal angle 4. Let's put in what we know. We know that the measure of angle 4 is 135 degrees. So we can go ahead and substitute that in. If we look at the picture, we know that LKM is 90 degrees because of the little box telling us it's a right angle. So we can go ahead and put 90 here. And the measure of angle 2 is what we're looking for. It's our unknown, so we'll call it x. So x plus 90 equals 135. So all of a sudden we have an equation that we can now easily solve. We can subtract 90 from both sides, and we get x equals 45 degrees. So now we know that the measure of angle 2 equals 45 degrees. So let's take a look at the practice problem. It says the measure of angle 5 equals 147 degrees. So here's 5. And we know that 5 is an exterior angle. So angle 5 is an exterior angle, and it wants us to find the measure of angle 1. So the first thing I want you to do is think to yourself, what are the two remote interior angles to angle 5? There are 3 interior angles, 1, 2, and LKM, or K, whichever one you want to call it. Ask yourself which ones are the ones that do not touch angle 5 or are not adjacent to angle 5. Remember then that you're going to add those two together to equal angle 5. Substitute in the information you know and solve for that you don't know. Use the one up above it. I think it will help you. Try to work the problem and bring it with you to class tomorrow so we can go through and make sure you understood the concept. So pause the video for just a minute and complete that practice problem, and then come back so we can finish the lesson. Okay, you should have had time to finish your problem. Hopefully you got an answer and you tried to work out the problem using the information you know and the notes from this section. Bring it with you to class tomorrow and we'll go through it and make sure that you were able to complete that problem and that you understand the concept of exterior angles of a triangle.